Hi, I'm Leanne and welcome to my small batch big taste kitchen. Now, if you are looking for time-tested recipes that feed 1 to 2 people, you are in the right place. So make sure you subscribe to my channel down below, turn on notifications so you don't miss my weekly small batch recipe. All right, it is zucchini season at our house and I think I finally figured one thing out. Now that we're empty nesters, I only plant 1 zucchini plant. And I'm finding that that 1 zucchini plant is giving me more than enough zucchini. I don't know about you, but I go out and pick it and then the next day there's more. I think it just grows overnight. So I've got some great recipes for you on how to use that zucchini. Now, last week or a few weeks ago, we did some small batch zucchini muffins. You want to check those out up there. And today we are making small batch chocolate chip zucchini bread. If you've had my small batch banana bread, you know how good that is. Don't miss that one up there. You're going to love this zucchini bread too. So for your zucchini bread, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of shredded zucchini. Now, I like to peel my zucchini. You don't have to peel it. Either way will work. I don't know, I just choose to peel mine. Now, if you're trying to hide this zucchini in this bread or these muffins, you don't want someone to know there's a vegetable in it, make sure you peel it because it's easier to hide if it is peeled. I just I'm using just a potato peeler to remove the skin from my zucchini. And then I am gonna cut off the ends. Get off the rest of the skin. All right, and then I'm gonna use my cheese grater to grate the zucchini if you want. If you have a food processor, you can totally use that. But it just takes a minute. It grates up really quick and you only need 3/4 of a cup. This is a kind of small zucchini, so this should be just the perfect amount. If you find you need, if you have more than you need, you can freeze the shredded zucchini. It freezes great, just pop it in a freezer bag and then you can freeze it in 3/4 cup measurements and you can pull it out and make more zucchini bread later. Now, here's the question. I used to, with my zucchini, take a paper towel and I would put all the zucchini in it and squeeze all the liquid out to get excess moisture out of, but I've stopped doing that and just using the zucchini as it is, and I think I like my bread better this way. I think the bread's a little bit moister, more tender, so I do not squeeze the liquid out of my zucchini. I'm gonna use it just like this. So we're gonna set that aside and mix up our other ingredients. Okay, we're gonna start with our wet ingredients. Well, wet and our sugar. We're gonna use 1/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. I have 1 egg yolk in here. Save that egg white to throw in with your eggs in the morning. I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons. I am using canola oil. You could use any light flavored oil. You could also use melted butter if you like, although I do think you get a moister bread with the oil. So, and then we're gonna put in some sour cream. You could also use some plain Greek yogurt if you have that. That would work great. You just want plain yogurt, nothing sweetened. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of the sour cream. And then we're gonna add in 1/2 teaspoon or so, a little bit more there, of vanilla extract. And I think this zucchini bread might even be yummy with some almond extract if you prefer. And then we're gonna just take a spoon, I'm using my Danish dough hook, and mix those ingredients together. And then we're ready for our dry ingredients. I have got 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour here. We are going to use 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, over there, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Now, if you've used salted butter in here instead of the oil, I would cut back on my salt by about half. All right, then we're gonna just mix until all those dry ingredients are incorporated. We don't wanna overmix this. We don't wanna beat it too long afterwards. We just want the dry, not to be any dry ingredients, because if you overmix this, it will give you a tough zucchini bread. All right, then we are ready to add in that zucchini. I've got my 3/4 of a cup of zucchini. Give that just a couple stirs, and then we will add in, now you don't have to, but you could totally just leave it like this. You could add in a little cinnamon, maybe like 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon would be delish. The other thing I love to add into my zucchini bread that I am out of today is cinnamon chips. So good. but also so delicious with chocolate chips. I am using semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I'm using about 1/3 cup. I am gonna set a few aside, because I like to sprinkle a few on the top before I put it in the oven. So out of that 1/3 cup, I'm gonna set some aside. Get those incorporated. And then we're gonna use a mini loaf pan. I think this is 3 by 5 inches. I have sprayed it with some nonstick spray. You could also line it with parchment paper. If you wanna know how to cut a parchment sling, check it out up there. Super easy to do. Makes it really easy to remove the bread. I'm gonna grab a spatula. Okay, now we're just gonna put our batter right in to our prepared baking pan. And I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna bake this for about 30 minutes until this, it's set and not jiggly in the center and a toothpick comes out clean. And now I'm gonna take those leftover chocolate chips and just sprinkle them on top. All right, so the bread cooked 30 minutes, toothpick comes out clean. I let it cool in the pan for 5 to 10 minutes, then just use a little knife to loosen it around and pop it out of the pan. And it is ready to enjoy. Now, if you wanted to make this really chocolate chip zucchini bread, you could add in some unsweetened cocoa powder. And I would probably start with about 2 tablespoons and see how that works. So if you want a double dose of chocolate, that's a great way to do it. But this little loaf of zucchini bread is the perfect amount for 2 people. Let's cut into it. Let me show you. All right, now you may find that some of the chocolate chips stick to the bottom of the pan. That's totally fine. There's enough in there, so look at that. It is moist, it is tender, it is delicious, and it's a perfect way to eat your vegetables. So thanks for joining me in the kitchen today. If you have a recipe you'd like to see in small batch form, leave me a comment, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you in the next video.